Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
What is going on, everybody? And welcome to Sharane's World, everybody, right here on YouTube. Let's go. Let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know. Let's give a big round of applause to you narcissistic men and women about there in the streets. Let's go. Yes, it is real up out here. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane. Well, everybody out. Everybody's staying focused up out there, doing what you got to do, something productive for the day, right? Something productive. Welcome to Sharane's Well, everybody. It's that Thirsty Thursday awareness right here on Sharane's Well. Let's go. That Thirsty Thursday awareness. We only up here for a short time, not a long time. We got things to do today. I just thought let me come up here real quick, give y'all a little quick video for all my victim survivors. Anybody that want to educate yourself. Let's go. Welcome to Shrines, all everybody. Let's get into this. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody is having a blessed afternoon. Hope everybody's doing good on this Thirsty Thursday, making sure that y'all staying safe, getting the tools, using it, no matter where you at or located. Alrighty. So domestic violence awareness right here on Sharane's Well, everybody. Let's go. Big round of applause. So domestic violence awareness. A peer mentor's message to Broome County. So this is a message coming from a peer mentor survivor, advocate, me, you know. So I'm gonna read a message to you guys so you guys can understand what's going on and what's going wrong right here locally in Broome County. So let's go. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. As a peer mentor and survivor advocate here in Binghamton and Broome County, I believe we have to be willing to have a real conversation about domestic violence. Not only when someone is seriously injured, but when we first recognize the warning signs. Domestic violence is about power, control, fear, and abuse. It can be physical, but it can also be emotional, psychological, sexual, financial, or verbal. It can look like threats, intimidation, isolation, constant monitoring, controlling money, destroying property, stalking, or making someone feel like they have to walk on eggshells in their own relationship. And I want to make something very clear. This conversation includes both women and men. We cannot allow stereotypes to make male survivors feel like they have to stay silent, and we cannot minimize what women experience either. Abuse is abuse, regardless of gender. As a peer mentor, my advice is to pay attention to patterns of behavior, not just individual incidents. Okay. If someone repeatedly tries to control you, who you talk to, where you go, what you wear, who you spend time with, or how you use your money, those can be serious warning signs. If you are experiencing abuse, you don't have to figure everything out by yourself. When it is safe, consider talking with someone you trust and connecting with a qualified advocate or local support organization. You can ask questions and learn about your options without being pressured to make a decision immediately. If someone comes to you for help, listen before you judge. Don't ask, why didn't you leave? Ask, where are you safe? And how can I support you? Respect their choices and remember that every survivor situation is different. My role as a peer mentor is not to tell survivors what decisions to make. My role is to listen, educate, encourage, and remind people that their experiences matter and that support is available. Here in Binghamton, throughout the Boone County, we have an opportunity to create a community where survivors can speak up without shame, where men and women are taken seriously, and where healthy relationships are talked about openly. Domestic violence is not just a private relationship problem. It affects families, children, workplaces, neighborhoods, and our entire community. Let's stop being silent. Let's start listening. Let's support survivors and let's build a Boone County where everyone has the right to live with safety, dignity, respect, and freedom from abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane's Love. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there experiencing any type of domestic violence, just know that there is help out there, especially if you're located in Broome County, Binghamton, any of the surrounding areas of the Southern Tier. There is help within upstate New York. Please reach out to the Domestic Violence National Hotline. They can navigate you through all those systems on who you can talk to or what you can do and things like that, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Just remember, domestic violence, it's physical, it's emotional abuse, it's verbal abuse, it's psychological abuse, it's financial abuse, sexual abuse, digital abuse, and it's stalking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, domestic violence is real for all men and women right here locally in Binghamton. There are people that's out here that's going through domestic violence. Forget narcissistic abuse. There's people out here that's literally experiencing all these type of violence that's going on right here locally in Binghamton. So make sure y'all get the information that y'all need. If you are experiencing any of this, like I said, physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse, sexual abuse, digital abuse, and stalking, just know that that is all within domestic violence. And we don't have to break it all down when it comes to physical, emotional, okay? But we know what it all is. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a victim, no matter who you are, male or female, there is active help out there in these streets. We got to start having these uncomfortable conversations, right? Yes, we do. No matter who you are, have that conversation. Look in the mirror. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror, right? You got to look in the mirror to understand what's going on and going wrong, right? And when you see that bigger picture, pull yourself out that situation because you are better than sitting there being beat on, not even beat on, whatever they're doing to you out here, right, ladies and gentlemen? So stay focused. Remember the warning signs. I'm going to read some things off my flyer real quick. Like I said, I'm only up here for a short time, so you ain't going to get a long video. I got things to do, right? So I'm going to give y'all some warning signs really quick. I'm going to give y'all some effects of abuse really quick and some things to remember before I head up out of here. So, warning signs. You may be experiencing abuse if someone makes you feel afraid. All right, let's turn this off real quick. Shut the music real quick so people can understand what's going on. These are the warning signs before we head up out of here. You may be experiencing abuse if someone makes you feel afraid, controls where you go or who you talk to, checks your phone or social media without permission, constantly insults or humiliates you, threatens you or your loved ones, make all decisions, control your finances, blame you for their behavior, make you feel like you're walking on eggshells. There goes the warning signs. Effects of abuse for all men and women that this can happen to, no matter how old you are, who you are, cat, dog, it doesn't matter. Abuse can lead to anxiety, depression, PTSD, low self esteem, isolation, difficulty trusting others, sleep problems, chronic stress, okay, fear, emotional exhaustion. Healing is possible when you get support. And I also want you guys to remember abuse is never your fault. You deserve respect. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Women and men both deserve safety and support. All righty, so let's go. Welcome to Sharane's Zone. We're gonna start heading up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate you all. Y'all stay focused up out here in these streets. Make sure y'all not getting love bombed, gaslit, manipulated, used, or abused. And if you are, just know that there's licensed advocates, peer mentor survivors, your family member, whoever that you can trust that's willing to try to help you. And if they can't help you in the best way, there's definitely licensed advocates out here. There's peer mentor survivors out here. Got your doctor, use them. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Sharane's World. It's that Thirsty Thursday awareness right here with Sharane's World. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, if they hit you once, they're going to do it again. If they hit you, they're going to do it again. If they buying you these gifts to make you feel better, they're going to keep doing it. They're not going to stop. They're not going to change. Don't force nobody to change. If they have domestic violence issues, then that's their issue. You can't force nobody to change their ways, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, you can't. Not no man, not no female. The only way they're going to change is if that's something that they want to do. You're going to see it within them. You're going to see action. They're going to change on their own. You're going to see a difference. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. And let's go ahead and up out of here. Y'all stay safe. Listen, I got a busy day ahead. And I just wanted to make this video before I head up out of here. Just making sure my victims and my survivors and my thrivers are out there staying safe and educated. And making sure they're not getting love bombed and swindled, because you know it's Thirsty Thursday. And they're going to be up in the clubs and the bars and the shindig as soon as the work is done. When work is over, they're going to be out there. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.